how much what you went through in 2018, how much does that prepare and help you for tomorrow night?
I definitely think it helps out a lot. Just to be able to say I've experienced it and been through it, I definitely think it helps. But I'm just real excited to be in this situation. We fought hard to get here to this point. And once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. I think it's about the team that gets the hottest and that can continuously, go out and do the little things right.
Okay, Jen in the middle.
Nate, obviously you've had a really strong career against the Yankees, especially pitching here, but that last start against them obviously wasn't, I'm sure, what you wanted. How do you kind of, I guess, put that out of your mind and maybe focus on, doing what you need to do tomorrow, knowing all that?
I feel like that's one of the best things I've been able to do this year, has been able to rebound after a bad start. I felt like last time I faced these guys, it was a little mechanical. Obviously, I was falling behind in some counts, and any team, especially at this point, if you fall behind in the counts, they're going to be able to do damage. And I wasn't able to execute my off-speed pitches, and the next start against Baltimore, I felt like I was locating all my pitches and I was pounding the zone and getting some quick outs. So I felt like I turned the page at that point. Even in the bullpen before then. So I'm just kind of excited just to be able to redeem myself on this start for tomorrow.
Pete on the front left.
Nate, do you know Gerrit at all, and kind of what's been your impression of him, pitcher to pitcher, watching him pitch?
No, I don't know him personally, but obviously I've been able to watch him and see everything that he does, and he's an outstanding pitcher. Easily I'd say top 5 pitchers out there, especially in the game right now. All of his stuff's electric. He commands the zone. He's got 4+ pitches. It seems like every year he's up at the top of the leaderboard with strikeouts, and he limits the walks and attacks the hitters. And that's some of the things that we're going to have to be ready for tomorrow.
Does it seem fitting to you that in a game like this, it's 2 guys who are all-stars, 2 guys who led their teams all year, it's two guys who belong in this spot? Does it seem like that's how it should be to decide a game like this?
Yeah, it's a wild card game, and it comes down to that. It's it's one of the toughest things about the wild card game. It comes down to one. And next few, it's best of 5, best of 7. You got other guys you can rely on, but right now it's it's a do or die out there. You gotta win this game to move on.
Okay, Marley back left.
Hey, Nate, did you ever think you would be in this position? Like facing your former team? Obviously, the Red Sox are your team, but facing your former team in such an important game?
No, I never expected this. I try not to look into the future and try to predict things that are going to happen. I try to take it, day by day, pitch by pitch. Try not to overwork myself and get caught up in the moment. Go out there and do what I do and try to compete.
And obviously, Gerrit has told us the same thing. How much do you cherish being in this position, showing up for your team, and obviously you both being the aces of your team, being on Fenway Park tomorrow night?
No, I think that's the one thing I've learned the most from 18 is just being able to cherish the moments. Going through it for the first time, I was, so focused on doing the little things, and I almost felt like I didn't really take it all in as much as I should have. And up to this point, how hard we've worked together as a team to get here, and competing with one another. It's we've had to rely on a lot of different guys at a lot of different points in the season, and I've been able to cherish it for sure to be able to get here to this point.
All right, Jemai, way back on the left.
Nate, with the stakes being so high for a game like this, how do you maintain a level approach as you get ready for tomorrow night?
I'm definitely familiar with the Yankees. Obviously we play them all the time during the division, and I don't know. I just try not to overthink it. It's the same game. It's just a little bit brighter lights, or same brightness, but a little bit more intensity and things out there. So.
And with that familiarity, what's the difficulty in preparing for a team that you've had ups and downs, success and some failures against?
I think it's just going back and looking at those games that I failed at, seeing what happened and, kind of what led to it. In the last game, again, I say it was mechanics, but, I got to be able to go out there and execute my pitches. It's the same with every team. It's going to be a tough outing if you're falling behind everybody and you have to fight your way back into the count. Try to get ahead first, strike one, and keep them on edge, keep attacking the zone, and make them be able to expand.
Chris in the back right.
Nate, you've talked before about how much you enjoy these types of moments. Why do you enjoy them so much, and what does it bring out in you specifically?
It's the competitive nature. It's like at least for me, I want to be in these situations. I want to compete against the best. I want to compete against the teams that are the hottest at that time. I feel like especially with pitching, you can really motivate the team and get them going to move on to the next round, things like that. You go out there and you perform well, or even if you don't, you know what I mean. You don't do well, and the team picks you up. We've been around each other all year. You know what I mean, and I don't know. There's just that camaraderie, everything that goes on with it, being in the clubhouse, being with these guys for so long. It's fun.
And does it change anything when a team is so prolific with the home run? Does it change anything in terms of how you attack or prepare?
I don't think so. Again, it comes down to attacking the strike zone. I think if you're ahead 0-1, 0-2, you can expand and, they're liable to swing more as opposed to if it's 2-0, 2-1. They're in the driver's seat and you want to stay in control of the entire game.
Okay, Chad, front right.
Hey, Nate. Obviously, in 18, Alex used some of the starters in relief, and he showed Sunday he's willing to do that again. Obviously, it won't be you tomorrow, but for those guys who are in that role, what's the challenge of that, of a starter being in the pen for one night and having to maybe come in and get huge outs late in the game?
It was nice that they were able to get in there, before the playoffs started. So now pretty much everybody's used to it now. They've all experienced it, and there's going to be high leverage situations. But for us as starters, we prepare for the entire lineup. You know what I mean? And now you're just coming out of the pen and you're going batter to batter. You're not trying to go deep into a game. It's whenever they take the ball from you, that's it.
Okay, Chad, Jason, right behind Chad.
Hey, Nate, what was your approach kind of this season, knowing that Chris was going to be out so long and maybe being that number one guy on the team? Like, did that drive you this season?
No, obviously I'm aware that he was going to be out. I know, Eddie, probably wasn't going to be himself, missing a full year. It's just going out there and competing again. I take a lot of pride in what I do and going out there and competing against the best, and our division's one of the best out there. So you got to be prepared to come in every game, every start, locked in, ready to go.
Okay, Eric on the left.
Nate, how much of a challenge are Stanton and Judge back-to-back, particularly the way they've been hitting the last couple of months?
Yeah, they've been outstanding for the team. They've been able to carry him up to this point. Really up and down their lineup. Again, the further we go into the playoffs, the better the lineups are going to get, the deeper they're going to be, and that's one of the fun parts about the playoffs. Everybody's outstanding. You know what I mean? They all put together quality at bats, and you got to go out there and again, you stay in the driver's seat and you control the game, and you try not to let them get anything going.
Anybody else for Nate? Okay.